going through all that, does the Vice Chancellor have the powers to withdraw the certificate? Or is that the job of the Senate?
Very good question. The job of the Senate. Only the Senate can withdraw certificates. And the laws of LASU are very clear. The Senate can withdraw a certificate when the student has been found wanting to have illegally obtained the admission or to have done something wrong in the course of obtaining the admission in terms of examination.
So
once this does not happen,
they use the word certificate, not degree.
Yes, that is the word used.
So in other words, sometimes when your certificate is withdrawn, it is a degree that has been withdrawn. Is that right?
It's not true. They're two different things completely.
When the Senate talks about withdrawing a certificate,
the Senate wrote clearly that retrieve those certificates with the sole purpose of reissuing them after
I understand
correcting.
that. What I'm saying
it's written clearly.
You're talking about the Senate rules about, when the circumstances under which a student's certificate can be withdrawn.
No, the Senate says degree.
It's a degree.
Clear.
That's
degree.
what I was trying to clarify.
Senate makes it clear. Degree. Withdrawal of degree, not certificate. The certificate is just a piece of paper.
So what's the way forward now that we're still in this? You look at victimization issue, the withdrawal of certificates, a couple of other issues, and you 4 months balance of arrears owed members of staff.
Not 4 months. 45% left from balance of arrears. About 450 million for the entire university.
But that's been going on for about 6 months?
2010. 2010.
5 years ago?
2010, yes. 5 years ago.
So how did it accumulate? Because
our
checks, people have been earning salaries in LASU.
No, it's the arrears of salary increase. There was a time there was this struggle in 2009, and there was an increase in salary then. The increase in salary was not implemented early enough by the university. So that difference since 2010 is what is.
So what's the excuse for this?
No income, no source of income. And we are saying that, look, the university has the duty to generate revenue from inside. And you need to have the right kind of person to run the university to be able to generate revenue. There are so many sources of revenue generation that university can make, but the current Vice Chancellor does not have what it takes to generate income for the university. And that's what we're saying, that we need somebody that can really move the university forward. It's not running the university on the pages of newspapers and in TV houses.
You don't think he's concerned about putting pressure on the university population?
What?
In trying to generate revenue? You don't think he's running away from putting pressure on the community in the university?
What pressure? The last time I was here, you asked a very good question, that are you saying that you should get more students so that you can get more work to do? And we said, yes. You're paying us salaries already. And what you are paying us, it's like fixed cost. Whether we teach 1,000 students in a year or we teach 5,000 students, you're paying us the same thing. And we're saying that's not the only way you can get revenue. He's thinking that the only source of revenue is by charging school fees. We're saying no, there are several other sources. We have foundation program at Badagry, which has been killed completely. We have pre-degree science programs, gone completely. Consultancy services can be put in place. And for 3 years now, he's been saying they are planning to do something about consulting. You can't keep planning for the whole of 4 years and then expect to get another 4 years now to come and execute what you have not started at all. We're saying we must generate revenue from inside, not depend on school fees alone. And you need to sit down to run a university. You can't run a university on part-time basis. You can't be the chief coroner of Lagos State and be the vice chancellor at the same time. And once there is a crash, Dana crash or whatever, Senate stops. Please, I have to go for Dana investigation, and then you suspend Senate like that. No, the vice chancellorship is a full-time appointment, not a part-time. You can't be running mortuaries all over town on a private basis and say that you want to be a vice chancellor. No. That was why we asked for a visitation panel, so that we can see exactly what is happening. Vice chancellorship is not a part-time business. And we're saying the current vice chancellor is doing that on part-time. You have a lot of inappropriate and promotions and appointments that ought not to have been done. You have cronies, because the truth of the matter is that the vice chancellor in the last struggle of 2009 was really behind the struggle then that ousted the last vice chancellor, Professor Hussein. And then those that were around then are now being compensated with inappropriate promotions. You can't run a system like that. You have somebody promoted to the post of professor with 13 papers, where you have 40, 30 journal articles still being lecturer one. You can't say you are cleaning the rot by protecting those that are around you, that are destroying the university. That's what the unions are simply saying. Let's run a system that is universal.
Well, we're still expecting the representative of the Vice Chancellor, that's the registrar, to be here with us to give us the school authorities' own version of all of this. But in closing with you, finding solution to all of this, what are the demands of the union of ASUU in Lagos State University?
Let's have a process that can produce a Vice Chancellor based on merit. That process should follow the laws of the university. Enough of meddling from outside into the problems of LASU. Where you have a situation that you want to appoint a Vice Chancellor and you are picking the third person. The current Vice Chancellor came third in the last election. You can't get the best from that. Let the process run without interference from any of the unions, but ensure that the process is properly done. Get somebody that understands how a living system runs, a system that can generate revenue from within. Then ensure that the staff welfare matters are properly treated and appropriately. We don't have to generate crisis before we know that action has to be taken. That's what we're saying. The students, without the students, we have no business being there. And that's why we're saying that in spite of the current situation, our students will not lose anything. We will continue to teach them, and the university is running smoothly. They are trying to make it look to outsiders as though the university is not running, simply because the Vice Chancellor is not on ground. No, the university is running. We're having lectures. Sometime back, last week, the Vice Chancellor stopped an examination that our members were trying to conduct for medical students, believing that no matter what is happening, you have to let certain courses that have standard time for external exams, medicine, law, and some others. You need to let them go through in spite of what is happening. But they want to stop that examination, claiming that it is disadvantageous to other students in other courses. And we are saying no. We'll continue to teach our students. The place is running. Let parents send their children to and wards to the school. The lecturers are waiting to teach them.
All right, we'll hope to get him pretty soon in the studios. He should be on his way here. That's the registrar representing the school administration, the Vice Chancellor. But we just spoke with Dr. Adekunle Idris. He's the ASUU LASU chairman. Many thanks for coming on the program. Well, the unions are just not 1, 2, but more than 3 of them. We'll speak with every one of them as well as the school authority. But that's after now. Stay with us.